You know, there's a difference between healthy everyday eating and celebration eating. And celebration eating is loaded with cheese and bacon. You know, you can't eat that way every day. It's not reality. This baked tostada is for everyday eating. I make these often. In fact, this is what I'm having for lunch today. In fact, I think I'm gonna have a little bit of lunch right now. I'm gonna add a little bit of avocado, some pico de gallo, and I'm gonna add some of this really, really killer sauce that I made. I'm not gonna add very much because it's super, super spicy. I need to show y'all how to make salsa. Hey y'all, I'm Melissa Guerra. I am the kitchen wrangler, and I got a question which I thought was a little weird. Somebody was asking me how I don't gain a lot of weight with all of this food around. I am always cooking and always filming food, and why am I not as big as a house? Which, yeah, I appreciate that, thank you. You can't see what's happening below the countertop, and let me tell you, it ain't pretty, folks. But you know, I think all of us have to watch our calories and watch what we eat during the day. And you know, celebration foods, those are great, cakes and pies. And when you have a moment to celebrate with friends, with champagne, you definitely should do that. But when it's during the week, then yeah, you need to eat food, of course, but not too much, and the right food so that you can enjoy those celebrations a little bit more. So I wanted to share with you a technique that I use for making baked tostadas. And I really love it because for 2 tostadas, it's right around 300 calories, which I think is awesome. Now, this is not a keto recipe because we are using tortillas and beans. But if you are watching your macros, your protein, your fat, your carbohydrates, this actually fits in quite well. And I am watching my macros right now, or I'm trying to. They seem to be watching me a lot more. They're like, you should eat more. And I'm like, no. But you know, I think the struggle is real for all of us. You know, we are always trying to eat healthy in today's world where there's a lot of stuff that's unhealthy. So let me show you this technique on how to make baked tostadas. There's 2 different ways that I make baked tostadas. A baked tostada is almost like a piece of toasted bread. The difference is that when you use a toaster, out pops the bread and the toast is ready. The difference with a baked tostada is you can't put a tortilla in your toaster. Don't even try it. I am not recommending that you put a tortilla in your toaster. Don't do it, don't do it. So that said, you need to toast it somewhere, and you need to keep your eyeballs on it so that it doesn't burn. So the first place that I think of when I want to toast something is under the broiler in my oven. I take corn tortillas that are factory made. This does not work with homemade corn tortillas because homemade corn tortillas, they have kind of a variation in terms of the thickness of the tortilla. Factory made tortillas are always very even in the way that they are pressed out. So that makes for a really evenly baked tostada. So take your factory made corn tortilla and just toss it onto the rack and turn on the top broiler. We're gonna let it broil for about, it would be maybe between 3 to 5 minutes. But again, you have to keep your eye on it. After 3 to 5 minutes, turn it over and it'll need to toast for about another minute. Not too long. I can't tell you how many of these darn things I have burned. 1, because I eat them all the time. 2, because I forget about them all the time, but don't do it. Keep your eye on them. The other way that you can make baked corn tostada is in a toaster oven. Yeah, I know, I said not to put them in the toaster. That's correct, in a vertical toaster. But a toaster oven is pretty awesome. The difference between your big oven and the toaster oven is the toaster oven can only make 1 or 2 at a time, and your big oven can make about 6 to 8 at a time. The other thing with toaster ovens is that the tostada will get a little more bubbly. I don't mind that because they're extra crispy. Once you have your baked tostada made, then it's time to put it together. Add a little bit of refried beans, and if you haven't seen that video, check out the link here for how to make refried beans. Next, we're gonna add a little bit of cooked shredded chicken. You can add leftover chicken that you made at home, or you can add rotisserie chicken, just make sure it's cooked. We're gonna add some chunks of avocado. I never add a little avocado, I always add chunks. And we're gonna add a little bit of pico de gallo. Check out the recipe on my website. We're gonna top it off with some homemade salsa, and you can also use sriracha. That is easy enough. Almost everybody has that in their refrigerator. And that is it for your baked chicken tostada that is right around 150 calories per tostada. So 300 calories for every serving. Super delicious and really fits into that healthy diet so that you can splurge at other times. So that's the technique that I wanted to share with you today. And thank you for that comment that you think I look fit and trim. I really appreciate that. I don't feel like that most of the time. But you know, if you ever have any questions or comments, you can message me at help@kitchenwrangler.com, or you can connect with me through Facebook, through Instagram, through Twitter, or here on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm Melissa Guerra, I am the Kitchen Wrangler, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here at the ranch again soon. Bye now.